Let's analyze together the latest rally and breaking news of Datavault. But before that, read the disclaimer right here in the video description below. Also, join us, TNST, the most popular stocks of the US market and also the European market. We have in hands here like a huge rally that started back in September 2025. It reached this like 1000% of performance in such a short period of time, which is insane. And now it's correcting, but still we are in the middle of the uptrend. So the key question here is like, will this uptrend continue? Let's see together. So we have breaking news of this stock to understand the situation. And what I can tell you guys is like, for those who don't know the stock, this stock is like engages in the AI-driven data experiences and valuation and monetization of assets in the Web 3.0 environment. So its cloud-based platform provides comprehensive solutions with a collaborative focus in its account science and data science divisions. So the latest news that we have here is like the company said it expects to meet or exceed the revenue for the next semester, which is around 12 and 15 million. And also they also later projected that in 2026 they're gonna have a revenue that is gonna exceed like between 40 and 50 million target, which is very important. So this is just valuation, this is just projections, but we're gonna see exactly the current fundamentals of the stock. As you can clearly see this, I'm gonna hide this for a second. The net income is not positive. So even though the announced revenue is gonna go up, that doesn't translate always into profits. If we go to the forecast as well, we're gonna see that the fundamentals here in the annual projection, let me see it right here. Yeah, this is the forecast that we have, 45 million. This is important because the current revenue is very, very weak. But the thing here is like the forecast that we're gonna have by the end of 2027. Look at these projections. I think this is not positive at all, and we're talking about losses every time, you know. And this is important because when you buy a stock, we need to at least see that they're gonna enter into profits, or that the EPS is gonna abandon these negative numbers. This is not the case. It's not projected to see otherwise. So even though the revenue is gonna increase, that doesn't mean that it's gonna be automatically translated into positive net income. This is important. So the current situation right now, in my opinion, is a little bit risky because right now, the only thing that we have, the fundamentals are not good at the present moment, but in the future, we only have this projection of a good revenue, a good estimating revenue, but the EPS is not gonna be better, you know? So it's important that we increase the net income into positive territory. And the last time it happened with this stock, I think it never happened. Yeah, it never happened. This is very important, guys. It's like when you buy a stock in negative territory in every quarter, it's something that I don't usually invest in. You know, I prefer stocks that at least they have projection that they're gonna enter into positive territory net income, which is not the case here. And actually, the estimate that we're gonna have here is minus 0.07. If we compare this quarter with the previous one, for instance, it's like very similar numbers, you know. So yeah, they are improving, but still they are you know, far away from the expectations. So there is a risk involved. If we go to the technical analysis, that's a different story because we are in the middle of an uptrend. You can follow this uptrend. You can buy the stock around this level and follow the uptrend. But at the same time, you can clearly see here this you know, trend reversals, very important, minus 47, the previous one, and the last one, minus 40%. So these are important corrections, you know, and the worrisome situation is like I saw it many times, a breakout of this pattern and then going back directly to, in this case, it would be at least $1 per share. It could happen, you know. So if we see a breakout on this level, the next support levels that we have, we're gonna see the horizontal line. I'm gonna draw it right here, the 1.73, and the second one is gonna be, let me see if I can find, yeah, around this level. I'm gonna modify it right here. This is the second level, the second target, and then finally the third target a little bit lower. And obviously the last thing is 0.28. I don't see if we're gonna see that level again. But the corrections in this type of a scenario are very common, you know. So you buy the stock right here and it goes down, you are risking 30% at least. If that continues, you are risking an additional 52% in total. And then the worst case scenario, for at least for the vision that I have here, is minus 56. In order to get what? Maybe to see the last trend, you know, the last highs, 60%. That's 1-to-1 ratio mostly. So in my opinion, this is not worth it. And let's see exactly the opinion of Wall Street analysts. We only have like a neutral pattern right here by one analyst. The problem with this one is very volatile. This stock is very volatile. The market cap is just 700 million. So it's kind of risky, you know, because they can sell sort the stock very fast and very volatile, and you are risking a lot, you know. So in that sense, negative territory in terms of net income. The projection is gonna be negative also, which is not good. And right now it's completely overbought. Actually, we go to the RSI and MACD, we can clearly see the same thing. We go to the weekly chart and we are in overbought territory in the MACD and the RSI. So let's see the daily range, for instance, time interval. And again, you know, we are in overbought territory right here, the RSI in overbought territory. Actually, this could be like a bearish signal, you know, because it's like it's going down right here, but it made new highs in the price action. So this is a classic bearish signal, which is very, you know, I wouldn't bet I wouldn't buy the stock with a bearish signal like this. Super risky. So leave your comments below about what do you think about this stock. Do you think it's a good one for the long term? Do you think it's just speculative and now it's time to go? Do you think that it's a good moment to buy around this level to see if we can make new highs again? Leave your comments below and see you in the next video.